Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, wherever in the world you are. Welcome back to my channel, Rev's Corner. Today I have a very interesting topic, and it has to do with angles. Angles. Being on the field requires you the best angle. The best angle afford you the best call. If you are at a bad angle or bad position on the field, you cannot or will not make the best call for the game. Today I have some videos, I have some excerpts as it relates to the laws of the game, ball in and out. I will highlight as I go along and show you what is expected of the referee, what the referee did right, and what could have been done better. All right. I have a game that I did also, as well as a World Cup clip and a local JPL game. All right. Sit back, relax. Hope you enjoy this clip. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Without you, this channel cannot grow. Thank you again for your support. All right, so now we're going to take a closer look at these three balls. All right, where I'm standing is actually in field. So I'm going to use different angles to show you that the ball, which ball is in play, which ball is out of play. Now, the ball that is on the right, far right, that is clearly in play. Look at the overhead angle. It's actually in play. Now we go to the second ball. Is actually in play as well. Look at the circumference of the ball, overhead view. Now we move to the third ball. We can see that is clearly out. Look at the overhead view. When you can see daylight between the ball and the line. Now let's move to the corner kick. All these are perfect examples of the ball being spotted correctly for a corner kick. Don't look at the base of the ball, look at the circumference of the ball. As long as you cannot see daylight between the ball and the white line, any of the boundary lines, then the ball is actually spotted correctly.
Japan scored to take a 2-1 lead against Spain, and this goal ultimately knocked Germany out of the World Cup. It was another controversial VAR decision, so let's take a closer look. The ball appears to be out of play when it is crossed for Tanaka to score, but we'll look at the laws of the game and still images to see that it was actually in play. The ball has to be completely out of play, on the ground or in the air, and this includes the curvature of the ball. Here you can see the ball looks like it's out of play until we add a red line on the edge of the goal line, and then add a circle over the top of the ball. Yes, the 3D ball is a sphere, but this circle shows the outside edge of the curvature of the ball, which is the important part. And when we zoom in, we see that there is some overlap between the curvature and the goal line. To disallow the goal, VAR would need to show conclusively that the ball is completely out of play to overturn a clear and obvious error. Because they couldn't determine this from their images, the goal was allowed to stand. It's worth noting that ball tracking technology is not used to determine if the ball is in or out of play. It's only used to determine whether or not the ball has crossed the goal line for a goal to be scored. Again, this is a very tight call by VAR, and it's controversial because it essentially put Germany out of the World Cup. On the ground or in the air, and this includes the curvature of the ball. Here you can see the ball looks like it's out of play until we add a red line on the edge of the goal line, and then add a circle over the top of the ball. Yes, the 3D ball is a sphere, but this circle shows the outside edge of the curvature of the ball, which is the important part.
Tivoli didn't have much in the first half in terms of going forward. Not many opportunities. Barnett again on the left-hand side into McGregor. This time the strike was on target and did cross the line, but the officials didn't see. And so play continued. Tivoli, a lucky escape.
This was a local Premier League game from the freeze version that will come up soon. You will realize that the entire ball did not cross the goal line based on the angle that we have. It was not the best angle, but you can judge for yourselves.
Difference. And they had Deshaun Richards, who made his intentions. Kennedy, who chested it down, and then had a...
Angle is very, very important. As you can see, the defender did not get the ball. He got the attacker first, and in so doing, he brought down the attacker in the penalty area, hence penalty. Angle of view is very, very important. Very, very important. Angle of view, and then you can aim for proximity. Here as well, same illustration.
A second penalty, Carlton Brown, adjudged to have taken down. Then he came face to face with Bernard. This time he went right, Bernard went left again, and Kingston College were too clear.
Yeah,
after 35 minutes.
The precision of the penalties have been spectacular by Richards. Really knows how to place them well.
Mona really pushed in the closing stages of the first half. Terrific long-range drive from Denzel McKenzie. Hit the crossbar. Had Tajari Lee well beaten. Then second half, 48 minute. Right-footed shot from Des Moines Whitfield. Nestling into the far right corner for his second goal of the season. Mona back in it at 2-1.
Goalkeeper Tajari Lee there looked like a spectator a bit.
And then this, a penalty for a handball. The Kingston College captain playing by him, getting himself in problems. And to try and get out of it, Zane Pinnock had the responsibility from the penalty spot. It was a thunderous strike to level at 2-2 in the 58th.
No one would save that. Passed hard.
Mona pressed for a winner, they couldn't get it. And then Deshaun Richards, who had been pretty much marked out of this second half, got a chance. And he took it brilliantly. A hat-trick on the day for him, his 23rd goal of the season, and Kingston College were back in front.
Yeah, good build-up play. He flicked it on, then it was flicked on back for him. And then he beat Akeem Bernard for the third time in the afternoon.
And then there was a brilliant save from Tajari Lee for Mona. And the Kingston College at the other end would finish it off in style. Nashada Gibbs, the 16-year-old, showing great composure in front of goal. Bernard had no chance. Kingston College, 4-2. The champions show exactly what